All right, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shamak out of the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak Kodash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's true name, and His only begotten Son's true name being Yahweh Shai, both in the Hebrew language, whom the world incorrectly and ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ. Also, want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well and who are the true leaders of the Hebrew Israelites within these last days. Also, want to give a shalom to all the sincere brothers that's pushing teaching truth worldwide, and shalom to all you sincere listeners and you sincere believers out there. All right, here with a response to the question I received on a couple videos back with the title of "Fear the Lord in these dangerous, chaotic times that we are living in." Okay, and the question that you see, all right, with on the on the screen, will Jacob's trouble happen worldwide? All right, the water shalom. Okay, so will Jacob's trouble happen worldwide? All right, and of course I want to answer this through filtering through the scriptures. All right, prove all things through the scriptures. Okay, and what is Jacob's trouble? All out total trouble, tribulation that's to come upon the earth. All right, in various different ways and forms. Okay, you got the apparitions, you got animals. All right, you got famine, you got pestilence. All right, famine being death of starvation. You got pestilence, deadly diseases. All right, you got violence. All right, killing each other, people torturing, the wrath of the governments. All right, especially the so-called white man and their infrastructure. Okay, this all encompasses Jacob's trouble. It's all mingled into one, which makes this time and this period so hellified. And then it's going to be capped off where it's going to with this separate prophecy of World War III. So we know Jacob's trouble is to happen before World War III and before Yahweh Shai returns. Okay, so I want to read or start off by grabbing to basically answer the question. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. Okay, answering the question of will Jacob's trouble happen worldwide? All right, we got to remember Jacob's trouble has to do with the nation of Israel. It's Jacob's trouble for a reason. Okay, Jacob being a progenitor and the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, of you Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans. All right, but also remember that we were scattered worldwide. Okay, so I want to start out by reading Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, and it reads, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people," okay, "from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." So we're scattered all over. Hey, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, we're scattered all over the earth. All right, we fit the curses. We are the people of the book. We are the chosen people. All right, now will there be areas and countries or cities where the times will be worse? Of course, but it's not. Whereas if you go to this place, you're just going to be safe. Trouble is about to hit the earth. Okay, because the Lord is going to ordain it to happen. Okay, but remember Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, we were scattered among all people. All right, so there's Israelites in China, there's Israelites in Africa, America, of course. All right, the prophets have been teaching all over the earth. That's another sign to show you that there are Hebrew Israelites all over the world, man. Okay, so expect this trouble to happen worldwide. Okay, let me get let me grab Revelation chapter 3, because what's also going to have this trouble kick off or heighten, I should say, would be the fall of the currencies all throughout the countries, all throughout the nations. Okay, which is why the MOTB is so important. Is what is labeled as what the New World Order. All right, this is a world order. This is by the elites. All right, not just by your country presidents and your prime ministers. All right, no, this is the agenda and the plan of the elites. Okay, this is going to be the new way of life for the world. All right, which is about to go into. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Okay, and it reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation." What is that hour? When you dive into the word temptation, just to show it really quick, all right, you dive into that word temptation, all right, you dive into the root of this word, all right, pirah, all right, or pyra, I should say, through the idea of piercing. This has to do with the technology implant, All right. Think upon Elon Musk and Neuralink. This is to go into the human body. All right. But why is this that much more important? Because first and foremost, we're commanded to not receive of it in order to receive salvation and deliverance in these last days. All right. But it's so important as well because this is going to bring upon trouble as well. Trouble and distress and chaos, panic, all right, frightening times. All right, because when the government implements these or mandates this, all right, it's going to force and restrict and limit, all right, the world's livelihood. All right. They want control over your spirit. That's what's going to bring upon Jacob's trouble as well. That's what's really going to pop it off. All right. You take away people's food and money, expect trouble that same day, man. Okay. And that's exactly what the MOTB is going to bring. That is spoken upon in Revelation chapter 13. Okay. Verses 16 and 17, man. Okay. That's going to have Jacob's trouble pop off worldwide. All right. And like I mentioned before, where there be pockets of, peace or areas, we'll find out in that time. Okay. Because ultimately the Lord is going to provide the protection. The Lord and the angels. Okay. But to continue on with the point, let me grab Luke chapter 21. Luke chapter 21 and Luke chapter 21 and I guess I started at verse 34. All right, but this has to do with the return of Yahweh Shai, the anointed. Okay, so this is to happen. All right, so this is Luke chapter 21, verse. I'll start at 34. Okay, so this is Luke chapter 21 verse 34, and it reads, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with suffering and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares." And that day has to do with Jacob's trouble. All right, let me pull that up as well. Just keep it in context. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse look at it, verse 6. All right, a precept upon precept is going to mention that day, that time and season is referring to Jacob's trouble. All right, it has to do with you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and delivering out your judgment. All right, but then that's the thing about it. It's not exclusively trouble and only the struggle coming to our people. No, the world's about to feel this pain. It's just about the Israelites. All right, because we're God's chosen people. All right, we're held to a higher standard. The heathen, these other nations, the Africans, the Chinese, the Japanese, which would happen to be Moabites and Ammonites, the Africans being Hamites, all right, especially the Edomites, okay, the so-called white nation. All right, these other nations, the Arabs being Ishmaelites, okay, these other nations, all right, their punishment is going to continue. All right, they had their season, their alliance for a season as of right now, but they're going into slavery. These nations are going into slavery. It's bigger. It's not about them. This is about our people. This is the last punishment that we are to suffer. Okay, once Yahweh Shai returns and puts the wicked to death of our people and also delivers the righteous. All right, that's gonna be it. These nations are gonna be taken into slavery, and the wicked of our people will be reincarnated into the kingdom of heaven. All right, and will reap the benefits. Okay, and will be shown mercy. All right, it's all mercy at the end of the day. So this is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6, and it reads, "Ask ye now." Let me see. Hold on. Yep, it says deliverance from captivity promised. All right. So this lets you know, this context, this subtitle and the heading lets you know itself that this is going to happen in the midst of our slavery, in the midst of our captivity. And are we in captivity? Of course. We are being oppressed, all right, by all these different nations, but starting with the Edomites, okay? Starting with the so-called white man, all right? So this is Jeremiah chapter 30. I'll start at verse 4. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 4, and it reads, "These are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." That directly describes Jacob's trouble. All right, that's why we are here to warn and alert our people of what's to happen in the very near future. It's about to be a trembling time, a fearful time. It's not peace. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be easy. Okay, verse 6. That's why we're so passionate and fearful of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, because we know what's that, and we expect, and we basically know what's about to happen. Verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail? See, tired, sweating, exhausted. It says, and all faces are turned into paleness. You dive into the word paleness here in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. It goes into a fright, the look, the countenance, and the appearance of fright. These are about to be frightening times, man. All right, because of the things I spoke upon, the sicknesses and the lives being threatened each and every day. All right, the violence. Okay, your own thoughts and your own doubts. Okay, the condition of the battle. Verse 7. It reads, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. That time is so hellified, it's so beyond, beyond your wildest imaginations. It says so that none is like it. So whatever a movie can uh portray, all right, it's gonna be worse than that, man. All right. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, so this season, this period of time being so hellified and great, expected this to affect or happen worldwide, man. Okay, but it says, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, and we understand the Israelites are scattered worldwide. All right, and we understand the elect. All right, very very realistically is worldwide as well. All right, the word is going out worldwide. All this is for a reason. Okay, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect, those worshipers and those servants, all right, those believers, all right, will be saved out of his time, man. Men, women, and children will be saved, all right, through faith, all right, by their works as well. Okay, so let me verse 30, verse 8. I continue on. For it shall come to pass in that day, once again, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. All right, so yes, Jacob's trouble, one of the last major prophecies to come to pass and happen in the times we're living in right now, which happen to be the last days. Okay, this is a sign that Yahweh Shai is near to return, when Jacob's trouble, all right, heightens or becomes worse and worse. All right, because right now we're in the beginning of these times. Okay, so back to Luke chapter 21. All right, which sparked that precept of Jeremiah chapter 30. This Luke chapter 21 verse 35. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. It's going to be a snare. Now we know, of course, Yahweh Shai's return is going to be a snare, because what the scriptures of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 speaks upon a thief in the night. All right, so we know that alone. But the trouble that's about to hit this place, these people are unaware. They don't see their currencies and the U.S. dollar collapsing. They don't see famine on the horizon. They don't think these things are actually going to happen. They don't believe. They see the movies of civil war. They don't think martial law is actually going to take place. They don't think people are actually going to take the wickedness and evil to another level. They don't think these things are going to happen. This is Luke chapter 21 verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. That goes back to Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. He being saved out of it. We're looking to escape these hellified times. All right, these dangerous times. All right, these times that the world hasn't seen before. Okay, and it's no telling how long or how short these times may be. We just know it's going to be a time none like it to be compared to it. Okay, you still got Leviathan. You got, man, it's a plethora. It's a plethora of troubles that's about to hit the earth, man. Okay, so let me exit this out. Let me exit Deuteronomy 28 out as well. Let me exit this out. Second Ezra chapter 16. Okay, Second Ezra chapter 16. Second Ezra chapter 16 verses. I'll start at verse 32. Verse 31. It reads. Let me see. It's so, Second Ezra, this entire chapter, all right, goes into to the details of Jacob's trouble. Okay, but this is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. I guess I'll skip over or skip down a little bit. But this is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. It reads, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Of course, this is our forefather Ezra, a Hebrew Israelite scribe, all right, receiving the visions and receiving the understanding from the angel Uriel of what's to happen in the times that we're living in right now. Okay, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Yeah, then we're in these times. We're basically living out this vision here. All right, great mournings, great sorrows. People are stressed out. People are bugged out. People are struggling. All right, these times are going to increase. Famine is on the horizon. You still got inflation. You got wars happening. Okay, proxy wars. All right, civil war within the states. Okay, within one's own country. Okay, it says the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Yeah, for correction to our people. And once again, our people are scattered due to the curses that the Lord put upon the Hebrew Israelites, upon the 12 tribes of Israel, upon you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, due to our disobedience, due to our wickedness, due to our sin upon sin. Okay? Verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, because our people are rebellious. Our people are stiff-necked. That's why death has to happen. Okay? Nor be always mindful of the scourges. All right? Behold, verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. And that's our people. Our people think themselves to be in good case. They think everything's okay and all right. All right, and that God is on their side. They just go to church, go to the club the night before, the day after, okay, and think themselves to be in good case. No, that's not it. It says, and even then, it's like and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Great confusion is a plague in itself as well. Not knowing what's happening, what's to happen next, why it is happening. That's a great confusion, man. And that's what's definitely going to be heightened in the day of Jacob's trouble. See, right now it can be it's minute, because people are still going to work. Their daily whereabouts are still happening, each and every day. Okay, but it's soon going to all be shut off and turned off, man. No more mirth in the cities. All right, verse 22. Look at this. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth. See? Look at that. Once again, is Jacob's trouble going to happen worldwide? It's going to happen upon the earth, man. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right, so people are going to be dying of starvation, the lack of water, the lack of food, the lack of resources. But those that may not escape or perish by hunger or by the famine, it's going to be violence out here, man. You're going to be taken down it's going to be bombs going off, shots fired, people getting stabbed. It's going to be a lot going on all at once. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung. See, as regular as dog shit in the streets. It says, that there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. All right, that's Jacob. This is Jacob's trouble for you. This is Jacob's trouble, man. Look at this. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, being women, having no bridegrooms, the men. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. So yeah, these troubles, these plagues being evil brought by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, okay, which are they're nigh, okay, and they will not slack. They're not going to be, only 5 people died down the street. No, it's going to be thousands. All right, millions being put to death in these last days. All right, especially being capped off by the thermonuclear missiles. All right, those who make it through, or make it past Jacob's trouble. All right, but verse 38, this is going into describing Jacob's trouble. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compares her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slacken out a moment. Yeah, it's not gonna be no escaping. There's no way around. In order for that child to be delivered, the woman must go through that pain. The same likewise for the children of Israel. In order for us to be delivered and saved and receive the kingdom of heaven, all right, for the remnant, the elect, Jacob's trouble must happen. All right, Jacob's trouble, man. Let me get that in Acts chapter what's the Acts 14 and 22, just to back up that point. Acts chapter 14 verse 22, it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. Yeah, encouraging. We're looking to it. This is why I'm answering this question. We encouraging those to believe and encouraging those to keep the faith until the end. All right. It says that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. See, through much tribulation, and that involves Jacob's trouble. All right, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right. If people, we're not going to be only being delivered from America or South America. We're going to be saved from all over the world. Okay, the elect, once again, the Israelites are scattered, so that's to show that what the elect are also scattered as well. Okay, so let me go back to 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn. And that these are answering this is all answering the questions through the Spirit. The world is going to mourn. It's not going to just be trouble. Man, it's not going to be just be trouble in this country or that country. No, it's going to be trouble. These countries about to feel it. Okay? The world is going to mourn. It says, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. Yeah, so once again, those sorrows being those unfortunate events. All right? People lacking resources, people lacking safety and shelter. All right? Lacking comfort. All right? People getting put to death. All right? In different fashions, in different ways, man. Okay? Verse 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. That's why it's Jacob's trouble, man. We're speaking to our people, okay? To repent, all right? To fear the Lord, to rehearse the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability in order to receive mercy and grace from Yahweh by Shemi Shai. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Yeah, travelers, nomadic, okay? Because that's how hellified and dangerous these times are about to be. All right. And this also goes into Matthew chapter 24. All right. Matthew chapter 24. I start at verse 6 of what's to happen before, look, the signs of Yahweh Shai's return. So once again, Jacob's trouble and this great tribulation in this time that is never seen before is to happen before Yahweh Shai returns. Okay. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and the kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. See, all these different things happening in different places. You still got, I didn't even mention the natural disasters. You still got to deal with the condition, all right, of the weather, whether it's rain and storming, hot as hell, cold as hell, all right? These are all conditions, man. Then you got famines and people being sick, all right? People dying of starvation, all right? That's a big thing, man. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. See? These are all the beginning of sorrows, man. We're coming upon these times, okay? Let me skip down to verse 14. And it reads, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Yeah, so with the word being preached into the world, into all nations, expect trouble and expect also deliverance to happen to all nations worldwide. Okay, to further answer the question. All right. So Matthew chapter 24. Let's skip on down. Yep, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. All right, because the previous verses goes into which were also perilous and dangerous times, going into the time of 70 AD when concerning Roman persecution upon the Israelites. All right, it's going to have these same similar effects of that. All right, but these verses of Matthew chapter 24, verse 15 through 20 goes into the time of 70 AD. All right, because think upon or read verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. That's what Yahushua told to the Israelites. Flee to the mountains when this trouble comes. But you had zealots, those zealous spirits They just wanted, they did not want to take heed to the wisdom of Yahweh of the Lord. All right, but wanted to take matters into their own hands, and were put to death, man. All right. But yeah, this all goes into that time period. But verse 21 dives back into the times we're coming into. All right. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, Jacob's trouble once again. All right. That's to describe it, the great tribulation and trouble. All right. Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. So yeah, this trouble that's about to happen, this will not happen ever again. This is the war. This is the war to end all wars. All right. This is the prophecies. This is the fulfillment of the bitter prophecies for you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Jacob's trouble. Okay. And Lord willing, we escape the thermonuclear missile destruction to cap it off. All right. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right. So yeah, for the elect's sake, who is the who are the elect, man? Those predestined and ordained servants and worshipers and believers, all right, of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, the elect are from the nation of Israel. Okay, the elect of the nation of Israel is already the Lord's elect, but it's the elect within the elect. It's a remnant within the nation of Israel. Okay, and for that reason, for the righteous, we're going to be saved. All right, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Okay, so all right, I think that answer those questions of whether Jacob's trouble will happen worldwide. All right, through the scriptures, filtering it all through the scriptures, man, to back up all points. Okay, so Lord willing, that was edifying, answering the question straight to the point with scriptural evidence. All right, and I also want to and also encouraging shit. Just it shows you that there's hope. The elect being saved, there's hope. He being saved out of this time, of that day and that season, that period of time of all being hellified, trouble and chaos and great tribulation. Hey, it's encouraging as well. All right, even though it's bitter. All right, it's light at the end of the tunnel. All right, so with that, I'm gonna end off by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Repent, Yahweh Shai is coming back. Repent, Yahweh Shai is coming back. All right, shalom. Keep the faith, shalom.